Morning, everybody. I'm with Pat Gannon. Good morning, sir. Captain.
Morning.
And Matthew Koskell, Vice President. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Here at Republic Airlines. And in the previous segments, we talked about your airline and the connection between Republic and Delta and all that kind of stuff. But I come out here and I notice on these airlines, the word Republic is really big. And the other planes, it's really small. Tell me why.
Well, these two aircraft out here are operational neutral spares. So they're in a neutral livery. They're not dedicated to any of our code-share partners. We use them to fill in a pinch when we need to, if we need to help out one of our partners in lifting up a flight that may be canceled if we didn't.
Really? So you'll help a competitor if they need an extra plane?
Absolutely.
Really?
Right? You know, first and foremost is about the customer and the passengers, and you know, as opposed to having one of our code-share partners' passengers stranded, we'll absolutely help with one of our operational spares.
Cool.
But these planes have another mission, and they serve in helping the community. Later this week, one of these planes will be taking part in the Indy Children's Wish Fund Mystery Flight, so a charitable organization that we're very closely connected with here in Indianapolis and have been partners with for the last several years.
And then the captain here, you have taken this plane. Tell us what you did with this plane.
This airplane specifically I just took on Friday down to Houston Intercontinental to check out the area before we resumed operations down there, and went with our pilot union representatives and our flight attendant union representatives and made sure that the hotels were safe and everything was safe for our crews to resume operations there.
Now that call comes from where? The call for your help is needed. That call comes directly from FEMA? How does that work?
Right, that call came directly from FEMA to our CEO, and then our CEO came to my office and said they need this now. So what we were doing is we had the medevac crews, the pilots, the helicopter pilots, doctors and nurses that were evacuating people in Houston. They have a day shift and a night shift, so we had to get more pilots and doctors and nurses into Houston, then get the ones who had been working all day till we got them to San Antonio to get them into a hotel to get some rest.
Because you had mentioned earlier that they were actually seeking a plane, that they needed a plane desperately.
Yeah, the call came in, to our offices that they couldn't find a plane or an aircraft anywhere else to move first responders, and if we had something that could be used and deployed.
Incredible. So how many, Captain, how many folks did you how much crew did you take?
On that flight, we had a crew of 2 pilots and 2 flight attendants, and we took 68 first responders from San Antonio into Houston, 68 back to Houston, got minimum rest, or I'm sorry, back to San Antonio, got minimum rest there, and then swapped them back out again.
So final question, going through that experience, what did it make you feel about how the country responded to everything?
Well, it's great to see people come together. And unfortunately, it takes a disaster to make that happen. And unfortunately, we're going to probably get to see it again here within the next week with Irma. But it's nice to see the humanity that everybody has. You know, everybody wants to help. I had so many emails from our crew members saying, "Please, how do we sign ourselves up to do one of these flights?
Great.
You know, we'll do it for free."
That's great, gentlemen. Thank you. We've got more to do here at Republic. Some things you've never seen before. So stay tuned, and we will show those to you coming up. Stay with us.
All right.